is prepared to discuss it, so are we.
So his family will find that incredibly distressing to hear you talk about him that way. It does sound, though, as if you would consider some kind of a prisoner swap.
There is nothing offensive about it. He got drunk on vodka and started a fight. He fought a cop. There is nothing offensive about it. These things happen in life. There is nothing horrible about it. It happens to our men as well. Somebody gulps down some vodka and starts a fight. So you violate the law, you go to prison. What would have happened if you fought a cop in your country? He would have been shot dead on the spot, and that's the end of it. Is that the case?
And on the prisoner swap question, is that something that you would consider? Are you looking to negotiate? You're meeting with the president.
Yes, of course. Even better would be a discussion of the possibility of entering into an agreement on extradition of individuals who are imprisoned. This is a standard international practice. We have such agreements with several countries. We are prepared to enter into such an agreement with the United States.
And just to be clear, so we hear it from you, which Russian prisoners in the US would you be hoping to bring back to Russia? By name.
Well, we have a whole list. I just mentioned our pilot, a pilot named Yaroshenko, who was taken to the US from a third country and was given a rather lengthy sentence. He has some serious health issues, but the prison administration is not paying attention to this. You have mentioned that your citizen has coronavirus, but nobody's paying attention to the health issues of our citizen. We are prepared to discuss these issues. Moreover, it makes sense, as you correctly said, and I completely agree with you, there are matters of humanitarian nature, and why not discuss them as long as they pertain to the health and life of specific individuals and of their families, of course. Sure thing.
Just quickly, before I move on the subject of prisons, again with Alexei Navalny, will you commit that you will personally ensure that Alexei Navalny will leave prison alive?
Look, such decisions in this country are not made by the president. They're made by the court, whether or not to set somebody free. As far as the health, all individuals who are in prison, that is something that the administration of the specific prison or penitentiary establishment is responsible for. And there are medical facilities in penitentiaries that are far from the best condition, and they're the ones whose responsibility it is. And I hope that they do it properly. But to be honest, I have not visited such places for a long time. I did visit one in St. Petersburg some time ago, and that was a very great impression that was made on me by the medical facilities in a prison. But since then, I hope some things have been done to improve the situation. And I proceed from the premise that the person that you have mentioned, the same kind of measures will apply, not in any way worse than to anybody else who happens to be in prison. That can be said for sure.
His name is Alexei Navalny. People will note that you.
I don't care. I don't care.
He would leave prison alive.
Look. Please listen to me carefully. His name can be anything. He's one of the individuals who are in prison. For me, he's one of the citizens of the Russian Federation, has been found guilty by a Russian court of law and is in prison. There are many citizens like that. By the way, our so-called prison population, the people who are in prison, in the last few years has been reduced by almost 50%, which I consider a big victory for us and a major sign of the fact that our legal system is becoming more humane. So he will not be treated any worse than anybody else. Nobody should be given any kind of special treatment. It would be wrong. Everybody should be in an equal